Hey guys, Dylan from Dill Days here with another LEGO Bionicle review, and the first ones of 2016. This one, and we're starting off with Tahu, Uniter of Fire, and Ikir, Creature of Fire. Start off with the boxes like we always do. You can see the logos, and the little update has the mask of creation there, or mask of control there. There's a picture of the set that comes within, and you see the age group, set number, and the amount of pieces. But on the top part, you see the tahu symbol, just like they did in the first years. But it'll probably be a key part in this new story. But on the back, you see how they come together, and on Tahu's little comic strip thing there, and actual size of the heads, and all the features of them, and yeah. Oh, and a little something to point out is that these boxes are made of a little thicker cardboard as compared to last year's ones. This kind of white one, which made them kind of a bit dentable, but these ones a little less dentable, and so on. And that's about it with the boxes. Then to the sets themselves. So, first off, we have Ikir, and a little accessory that each creature set comes with this year is a shadow trap, which is pertaining to the skull spiders of last year. Got these like pieces that act as the legs and a little eye for something, and see it's like a bear trap, kind of like a bear trap, and so on. And they do spring together, but really nicely. But of course, there are different ones given throughout the small ones sets, but whatever. And yeah, and now to Ikir here is, well, he is pretty much like a phoenix, a bit of the Legends of Chima type phoenixes, but has some gold and clear orangey red. And for the wings are these new sword pieces, which every set comes with. Well, almost every set comes with. And also these flame pieces that do move up and down. And in this headpiece, which is what all the creature sets this year come with. And it's pretty much molded well. And these two bars for stuff. And these feet, just the same as the protector's feet, but with these little claw pieces on them. And this little armor piece, you may think it's like CCBS type piece, but actually it's like a regular LEGO Bionicle piece, but it does have a purpose, but see that later. But also new pieces are these new gear pieces, which are pretty cool. So you turn the tail and it makes the wings flap, which is a good, a little better than last year's ones, or protector sets. And now, and what else to say is, not much else to say, but now to with Tahu. Let's see, it's quite a good come than the last year's Tahu. Let's see, is like probably a little too much gold and a little less of red, but the only regular red is in the legs, when all the rest is clear, bright red. So it should have some more of that. But at least the gold kind of fits him a bit. And instead, pertaining to the silver feet, has gold feet and the Bionicle Borak eye pieces, but in this opaque blue color, which is kind of nice. We didn't compare them. And the only other that is on the chest, and that is it. Kind of alright, but. And has the same pieces as Ikir's chest had, but they're used as the kneecaps and so on. But as the shin guards, these new crystal-like pieces, which are like opaque, and then the color, and then they're in clear color. And then, well, for the arms is almost basic, but the shoulder pieces are just those same pieces as the last summer's skull guys had. And this chest plate, which is quite interesting. All gold with some red and blue on it, and the Nuva symbol, but in 3 places on it, which is kind of nice. And if I remove that, and you can see a big step from the last ones are that it's a little more complex and so on, or more integrative. Oh, actually, not that. Yeah, whatever. But let's see for the main features. But on the back it has so not much exposed, but so with those pins there, well, they're for the main feature of it. And these swords here, almost like the last version of Tahu, but when you turn these, they can go in and out and so on. And with this gear on the butt is for it. Actually, when you turn that, it makes the front torso go back and forth. So that probably you can count it as waist articulation, and yeah. And so for a little comparison is with Tahu of last year, you can see has a lot more gold than him, and gold feet instead of silver, but the red hands instead of silver. And also these swords a bit of a better touch and then compared to these ones. And let's see, he has, or the new one has 132 pieces, and the last one was only 89, so bigger piece count for the black. And as you can see, each one this year is a bit taller than their last versions, and so with, also the new brainstock pieces are a bit shorter, which is for something there. And same thing, you can see the new mask here, which is in red and silver mixed together, and has the Toa symbol etched into it, which is kind of nice. And if compared to the 2015 version of him, then still has a bit of that to him, but with these little spikies and a little more smaller and so on. But then you also get another version of it, but in gold and this clear orange color. But it fits in with the color scheme a bit better. So the main feature with these two guys is you get Ikar's wings back and head up, and you attach these holes onto these sticking out pins. And then get Ikar's head over Tahu's head, and the wings out, and there. Now they're united. Which is actually not bad. You know, it's just like the 2008 Fantoka Mystica series of previous Bionicle, but feels like a good mix of old and new. So now for the final verdict on these sets. So for my overall verdict on these sets is, I think they are pretty good sets. Good way to start off 2016 Bionicle sets, and even though they are for the fire element, and the combination works pretty good. A little better than the last year's ones. And if you're like itching for some new Bionicle sets and so on, then probably start with these guys of the fire element first. And that's about it with this review, and bye bye.